Conversion tracking is essential for any paid media campaign. And we do say it's easiest to track a thank you page, where if someone performs a certain action, you send them to a page that they can only get to after they perform that action. And that's very easy to set up in LinkedIn. But LinkedIn also offers event-based conversions. We run into this a lot, where clients just don't have a thank you page after a form submits, but we can still use programs like Google Tag Manager to record those form submission actions. So in this video, we will show you how to create those event-based conversions in LinkedIn, because since the last time we made a video about this, about 4 years ago, the process has changed. So let's get up to date. For this video, I'm going to use our website and our LinkedIn ads account. So we're on the See Us Speak page. If I scroll down, oh, we updated it. Come see us speak. Actually doing some events soon, but let's get to the point. We do have this Book Us to Speak form on the site. And yes, it does have a thank you page, but let's pretend that it doesn't. We're going to set up the conversion within LinkedIn first, and then we're going to hop into Google Tag Manager to set up the event-based trigger and tag to make sure that this goal imports back into LinkedIn ads. So let's go into LinkedIn. And for conversion tracking, we need to go to Analyze, click on the drop-down, and here we see conversion tracking. Next, we'll go and create a conversion, and I'm only going to show you the most common way, which will be the insight tag conversion. The insight tag is like your LinkedIn pixel, whatever you call it, but this is what we're going to use to track it because we use Google Tag Manager already to put the main insight tag on our website. So let's just go ahead and name it. Easy enough. Scrolling down a little bit, we'll define the conversion behavior. I'll just choose lead. Just choose whatever makes sense for the action that you want to track. Add in the optional conversion value. Then we'll set the time attribution. I'm just going to leave it as is. And then the actual attribution model for each campaign. Now here we see there are several ways to track conversions. Michelle already made a video about website actions. You can check out the video here. But LinkedIn does try to make it easier to track certain things like button clicks, or you see they can look at pages, like this example, checkout page on our course. If we wanted to track those as conversions, it's easy enough just to check the box, go through a few steps, and start adding those as conversions. If you're not seeing your page show up here, here's the page load option where you can just manually enter in your thank you page URL, assign it to that specific action, and it's easy enough. But here we see this event specific option, and this is what I'm going to use. It used to be this image-based pixel that you can add to Tag Manager through the main LinkedIn Insight tag. That was the original way to do it. Well, then they stopped using it. So we do get a lot of people and clients asking us, well, how do we do this? Because we don't have a specific thank you page. Or if they do want to track something like an email link click, a tap to call link click, maybe a free download on the site that is not gated by a particular form or action, but it doesn't live in a specific URL. All very common scenarios and all still trackable. While I prefer thank you pages, you don't have to do it and we can still have accurate tracking. So for any event-based goals, again, I'm in manual and choose event specific. Now, you could just copy the code, send it to your developer, and then they could take this little piece of code and add it to the code that already exists whenever the action takes place. That's one way to do it. But Google Tag Manager makes it a lot easier. You probably saw that action up above. And once you do that, they give us the partner ID and we get an event specific ID. This is pretty similar to what we use with Google Ads conversion tracking if you set it up within Google Ads itself and you're not importing everything in. Still give you the option to send the code to your developer, that's fine. And since I am using Google Tag Manager, I'm going to highlight this little section right here. Conversion ID is required. Okay, now that we know that, I'm not going to go through and finish this conversion setup yet. Now I want to start going into Google Tag Manager. Before I create my tag, I always like to make sure I have the trigger working. As you can see, I already have a thank you page for See Us Speak, but we're going to pretend this is brand new. I'm going to create a new tag. We'll just name it. I'm going to configure the trigger. In this case, I'll do a form submission. Pretend that there's no thank you page. There's a few ways I can do this. Since there is only one form on that page, I can just choose page URL and put See Us Speak on there. So any form that's on the See Us Speak page, which is just the one, would count. I can also choose the specific form ID. So for whatever reason, if we had a newsletter sign up form to the footer of every page on our site, but I only want to track the Book Us to Speak, which is probably what I should call it. I realize I said See Us Speak, but whatever. I can just inspect the code for the form, and that's another way to do it. But for now, just to make it easy, I'm going to save this, and now we have our trigger. That is just one example. Just Google resources. If you're looking for specific actions of button clicks, link clicks, time on site, how long someone watched an embedded YouTube video on your page. Just Google it. You'll find it on how to create those triggers. It's pretty much telling you what event-based action you want to record. But once you have that set up in Tag Manager, we'll go to tags, and this is where people get lost. And it's not your fault. I was the same way for a very long time. LinkedIn does not make this part easy, because one would think I would just go to new, choose my tag. I would just go up and just type in LinkedIn. All right, there's the Insight tag. But even if you go to advanced settings, there's nothing about conversion IDs. Yeah, we'll need the tag ID and everything, but this is not helpful. And it's not helpful because this is the wrong tag. So I'm going to discard this, click new again, tag configuration again. You will not find the proper LinkedIn tag within the main library. What you have to do is go and click on the template gallery. Then search for LinkedIn. Here we see a third-party option, but we want this Insight Tag 2.0 that is made by LinkedIn. This is a legit tag, so don't be worried about it. It'll be fine. This is a LinkedIn official tag. Yes, we want to add it to our workspace. Yes, again, I want to add it. Now we're seeing some of the fields that we want. Okay, so first let's get our partner ID in there. Here it is up top. I know it's blurred out, but I'm going to copy it. Go back to Tag Manager, paste it into our partner ID. I'm going to go back. Then we need the conversion ID. Going to copy this code. Here's the conversion ID. The event ID is if you're using any conversions API. We're not, so we just need these two. Then let's go ahead and add our trigger. This is the event we want to track for this. I forgot to name it. Nice clear name, so I know exactly what it is in case I need to make updates. We'll save it. Should I be a good boy and preview it? Okay, let's preview. Put in the right URL. Let's connect. This is a way for you to test out your tags before actually publishing it live. Always recommended to do, but I was trying to be lazy. So let's just go down and fill out the form. Let's get something in there. Submit. And there we see in the tags fired section, LinkedIn book us to speak conversion. I was impatient. I did refresh it. So stuff there is firing twice. Whatever. I know it's fine. So now I can go in and submit. I'm going to make my version name so I know what actions I changed in this round. Click publish. Okay, we're good here. So I'm going to go back to the LinkedIn ads conversion setup. Everything's good here. I don't need this information anymore. Went to the next step, add the new conversion to whatever campaigns we want, and then we can create the conversion action. Here we see the data source is showing us it's an event specific tag. It's unverified because I literally just published it. But as you saw in the conversion setup, we already added it to every single campaign within the account. So you can do that ahead of time. You'll just want to make sure that you come back and monitor the conversion tracking tag. You just want to make sure that the unverified changes to green text showing you that it is eligible to run. Once you see that, then you know you're good and you have your event-based conversions set up. But that is what you need to do to get event-based conversions built within Tag Manager so you can start seeing them within LinkedIn. I'll still prefer the URL-based option. It's easy enough to do straight up within LinkedIn Campaign Manager, but hopefully you see now that it's not difficult at all to use Google Tag Manager, if you have access to it, to get those conversions set up and back into your account or your client accounts. If you have any other questions on this setup, please let us know in the comments.
Thanks for watching our video. We really appreciate it. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up below. If you really liked it, maybe think about subscribing to the Paid Media Pros YouTube channel and you'll get alerted every time a new video drops.
If you really liked it, you can help support the channel by checking out some of the t-shirts that we're wearing on our merch shelf, as well as looking at the Super Thanks button.